Hey guys, Shurim here, and today I'm going to be testing the McLaren 570S in multiplayer in Asphalt 9 at max, with all of the epics on acceleration because that is what I would consider to be its weakest stat. It's below 80. And I have one epic on each of the other stats. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel, as well as the Purple Team Discord. Links to those will be in the description, and I hope you enjoy these races. I actually maxed this car quite a while ago, but for some reason never really got around to making a video about it, so here you go. I'm testing this car in high-end Platinum League, so you will see some B, some A-class cars, but also some S-class cars, because you guys know that when you're within 100 or so rating of Legend League, the game seems to like to pair you up with Legend League players, thus you get some S-class cars. But this car here, the 570S, can take them on. It is one of the fastest cars in Class A, I believe top 3 still even. Only the Imola and the GT by Citroën are faster in its class, and all of its other stats are at least decent, even though the acceleration isn't the best. As I said at the beginning of the video, it's still not terrible. The handling and drifting are quite decent, as is the nitro efficiency. In terms of overall drivability, I really had no issues with this car. It was mostly a pleasant one to drive from my experience. It maybe feels slightly heavy at times, but it's still quite agile, and honestly, no real complaints. That high top speed I was telling you about earlier is just around 243 miles per hour, or almost exactly the same as the max McLaren F1 LM, which is actually another car that I want to make a video about again, because the last one I made about it, and the only one after I got it at max, was in a slipstream season, which I think may have given it a bit of an advantage due to being one of those cars that relies on its top speed a lot, and although its nitro is pretty good and so is its handling and everything, its acceleration is not great. So I'd be curious to see how it does in a season where you really do get behind pretty much everybody at the beginning, and just seeing how you can maybe catch up or not. We'll have to see. In this race, we're facing two Tri-Nemesis, a Koenigsegg Jesko, as well as an Egoista and a Lycan. So 5 of the 7 cars in this race are S-Class cars. So as of today, the festive season update has come out to Asphalt 9, even though the stuff in the season don't really start for another few days. The update itself has come and you can download it now, at least on Windows where I got it. Now, one of the changes that the update has made that some of you may probably have seen already is that career is now rearranged somewhat. There is a new chapter. It doesn't have any new seasons yet, and there's not even one for the festive season update itself, which kind of surprised me since pretty much every other update, or major update at least, in the past, I don't even know, 1 or 2 years has brought its own season. I was planning to actually make a Buenos Aires video today after the update came out, but I mean, can't do that if I can't play on the track anywhere yet. But whenever I do get a chance to play on it, I'll try to make a video about it like Auckland, where I drive on at least a few of the different variants to give you a decent idea of how the track is like. Now, one thing that Raceplay suggested to me in my Discord server was that perhaps Gameloft has hidden the season and might show it once the update fully comes out on the 17th, I guess, whenever the Drive Syndicate itself comes out. And I don't know, I mean, they haven't done anything like that before, but I could definitely see them doing something like that now. We just do not know yet. Something I thought was interesting about the Drive Syndicate is that it's purple and yellow, which is like the colors of my channel, so maybe that's good luck, maybe that's bad luck, maybe it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that's probably it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what it will be like. I've saved up about 8,000 tokens and 8 million credits for it. I doubt I'll be able to get the Gemera, if indeed that is the top car in it, which I'm 99% sure it's going to be. But maybe I can get 1 or 2 of the other cars. Like, if I can get the new GTR 50, I will be quite satisfied with that. I'm hoping 8,000 tokens should be enough to get me something in it before I hit a paywall. Now, they did say the paywall would be lower. They didn't say it would be non-existent, though, so that is why I'm not entirely hopeful about it. Like, I doubt it will be as generous as, say, the Rimac C2 Drive Syndicate, which, by the way, speaking of the C2, that car has now been renamed to the Rimac Nevera, which is like its production name. A few other aspects of the update that I neglected to mention in my video about the update, which you should go see if you haven't watched it yet, although it's become my most viewed video very quickly for the past month or so, so most of you probably already have. But anyway, a couple that I didn't mention in that video were that the special events tab has been renamed to seasonal events, because now there's stuff in there like car hunts and whatnot, and it's not just the big special events anymore, so I guess I can kind of see that. And also, what a lot of people seem to be excited for in my comments was a Bugatti Chiron Epic Prix. We've got some Koenigsegg Jesko Epic Prix, one recently, and now we're getting a Chiron one, which will be cool for anyone who has maxed the car, but I'm at 5 stars and I've already applied all of the epics that I can to it, and I have like 5 more sitting around. So I might try it, but I don't know when I'm going to max that car. It is my goal to do so, though, before, I guess, Asphalt 10 comes out, or something like that. Also going on right now is a Koenigsegg Jesko Max Free Try multiplayer season. And I would make a video about that, but the thing is, the Jesko is already the car that I've made the most multiplayer videos about in Asphalt 9 on my channel, for a total of 6. No other car do I have that many in. Think about the Chiron, for example. I have 4 in the Chiron, and I think 4 is probably the limit in most of the other cars that I've done. So I don't really think there'd be a point in making yet another Golden Max Jesko test video, because those are all over the place anyway. If you would like to see how it drives, if you haven't seen it yet, go search up one of the many videos on my channel about it. Now this race turned out to be pretty interesting, as I accidentally 360 while doing brake nitro. Kind of annoying when that happens, although I'm sure I'm not the only one. Ahead of me are a Pininfarina Battista, a McLaren Senna. There's also a couple of Huayras in this race, as well as a Bugatti Chiron, which is the car that is fast approaching and has just passed me. Now, this guy here, for whatever reason, after he landed, he lost a good bit of speed. I think he failed the jump thingy. Then I was going around the corner and I accidentally tapped him and I knocked him down with just my perfect nitro. I feel like you do that a lot of times if you're in perfect nitro and the other person does not have any nitro going at all, or maybe they're just in single nitro or something like that. But anyways, here at this point, we only have the Battista ahead of us, and the Battista is actually slower than the 570S by about 5 miles per hour or so, but is overall a better car. And I come in not too far behind him. Now for our final race in the video, what better place to test the 570S than on Auckland, which is currently the newest track to be added to the game that we can actually play on currently. And here we don't have any of the high-end S-Class cars, but that's not really that big of a deal, because on Auckland, the high top speed doesn't really do all you that much good when there's so many twists and turns and stuff. Instead, we have a couple of Corvettes, we have a Porsche 918, all cars that are more suited to a track like this one. But the 570S does have the highest speed of all the ones in this race, still has good drifting and everything, and I guess that leads us into my general review about this car. It is one of those cars that is pretty well suited for almost any track, because not only does it have a high enough top speed to beat pretty much any other B or A class car in any somewhat top speed oriented track, but it even can do decently well against some S-Class cars. It also has great handling and drifting to be able to take on tracks like the Caribbean, and the decently long-lasting nitro is certainly a big help for keeping at that pretty high top speed. Still a very competitive car overall. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, and other games content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!